Here we are, and welcome back to the channel. And we're going to look at something a little bit different this time. We're looking at the daily races, and we haven't touched the daily races for probably around about 8 months. I think last time we were on this was around January time. But we're looking at daily race B, and we're looking at doing a time trial at Grand Valley with the GR4 car. So I like this track, so I thought I'd jump in and give it a go, just to see how far we can get up the leaderboard. Not spending too much time on this, but it's something different than the 2 million credit time trials that we're doing. So we're in the GR4 car on the racing hard tyres at Grand Valley. So let's jump in and give it a go, and let's see how far we can get up this leaderboard. So as you can see, we set a lap time of a 1:55.495. Probably spent around about a couple of hours on this to try and get a decent lap, but you can see there RTR Chris setting a blistering lap time of a 1:55.0. As we look at the global ranking, that puts us 22nd in the world. Chris in P4 flying the RTR flag with a great lap time, but we're pleased with that. 22nd in the world on a 55.495, and we're going to jump in. We're going to have a look at this lap. It's fairly solid lap, but still a few tenths to gain in this. As you can see, the first corner, best line to take there is to keep it nice and tight. Pull out in second gear, up into third. Tricky section coming up now, really fast, right, left, and we have to kind of turn as you go under that bridge there, and we just cough the throttle slightly, otherwise the car will understeer. Into this tight right hand hairpin, down to first with the extra bit of rotation, up into second as early as you can now. Even though we're on hard tyres, these GR4 cars are quite grippy and quite fun to drive, so we're a little bit down in the first sector, only 1/1000th of a second, but we have gone a tenth faster there, so there's definitely more time to find with the perfect lap. But as usual in time trials, you're always chasing that perfect lap, so 9 times out of 10 you're now one sector and actually make a complete shambles of the other sectors. But fairly decent so far. Got to get your braking right on these two corners here. You can lose and gain quite a lot of time on these corners. Find the best way there to kind of stay tight and use all the exit available to you on the left hand side. And this last section is quite tricky. As you can see, we're still quite down on our time, only slightly, but we are still down. Keep it tight in this tunnel. Try and stay to the right hand side to open up this left hander. Tricky last corner to get right. This is easy to understeer onto the dirt or into the little cliff there, and that ruins your run all the way to the finish line. So that last corner is very, very important to get right, to get a decent exit, because you're flat out all the way down to the finish line. It's not a bad lap. Like I said, something different to look at. Probably end up doing this again on the daily races. Probably set a lap time earlier next time, and probably look at doing a track guide. But yeah, come across for a 55.495. So we're going to look at the chase cam. Just gives you a different perspective of the lines you can take and how much track we can actually use. But yeah, fairly pleased with that. Do like this track. Quite satisfying when you do get it right, but also can be very frustrating when you don't. But there's a lap. We'll leave you with the replay as usual. Pleased with that, 22nd in the world. And if you like this, like and subscribe to the channel. I've got plenty more track guides to earn you 2 million credits on the time trials. We've also got league racing and CTC Cup action as well. So this is what I'm concentrating on at the minute. Like I said before, we don't really touch the daily races, and this is for a couple of reasons. I think one is just the lack of driving skill. It can be quite frustrating when you're racing with someone or a group of people that just end up taking you out. So you work hard to get your drive rating up, and it only takes a few races to hammer it back down again. So I'll concentrate on league racing, which seems to be a lot cleaner and more fun. So I do recommend if you can get into some kind of team, like I've managed to get into RTR. Great bunch of lads, and just better racing around, to be honest. And the second reason for not touching dailies is when they brought the setups in, it just kind of threw me a bit. Not really how much experience or idea really have set a car up, and I think the majority of people who've played GT7 are probably the same. So what everyone ends up doing is either go into like a Discord server or something else, and everyone has the same setup. So it kind of defeats the object. But that's just my personal opinion, and still had fun doing these time trials. So like I said before, I'll probably end up doing these again. But that's me done. Enjoy the replay, and I'll see you guys next time. Laters.